Hey guys, it's me Faye here at Faye Desk, and I am back with another video in my Sabbat 101 series. This is a new series that I've just started for Mabon, which is a Sabbath that's just gone, and I thought it would be a good idea for each Sabbath that I do a basic video about the Sabbath and things that are associated with it and activities that you can do and things like that, just to get inspired. This isn't a intense series like filled with lots and lots of knowledge and things like that. Like, I don't want to overwhelm people. I just want to give people sort of an idea, just like a starting point for them to go off and do their own research, and just for them to look and find out the things that they want to do or find out what works for them. So yeah, so obviously, like I just said, we were talking about Samhain, which for those of you that know me is my favorite Sabbath of the year, which is the same for a lot of people. It is their favorite Sabbath as well. Like, it's just something awesome about Samhain. And for those of you that are new on the path, that don't know the Sabbath, like their terminology, obviously Samhain falls on the same day as Halloween. And pretty much everyone, especially the Western world, knows what Halloween is. And I just love to personally combine the two, and I just feel, for me, it's such a magical change in the wheel. I can feel the shift in the air, and it just gets me feeling really good and really excited. And yeah, so let's get into it. If you see me looking down, I've made some notes on my phone. So yeah, so I didn't forget anything. And like I said, this is just a short little intro video, so I hope you enjoy it. And so, like I've said before, Samhain is the third and final of the harvest festivals. So the three harvest festivals starts with Lasad or Lammas, which falls on around the 1st, 2nd of August. That's the first harvest festival. And then the second one is Mabon, which is the equinox, which is a month before, just over a month before Samhain. And then obviously Samhain is the final one. And it means, and the word Samhain means summer's end. And it's obviously, like I said, it's a celebration of the harvest, and it's the start of the coldest half of the year. So you're sort of obviously bringing in the end of the harvest, you're starting to get preparing for winter and the colder months. And for a lot of witches and pagans, not all of them, but a lot of them do celebrate Samhain as the beginning of the witches' new year. So I literally went off my notes, damn it. Like I said, when Samhain, obviously, like I've said, it's October 31st. And other names, obviously All Hallows Eve or Halloween. The goddesses that are associated with Samhain are Freya, Persephone and Hecate. And obviously the colours, the sort of very witchy Halloween traditional colours that you'd associate with the holiday are purple, black and orange, like pumpkins. And your herbs, you got your wormwood, your clove, your sage and your mandrake root. Foods, obviously pumpkins go without saying. They are everything that's associated with, like, my favourite thing as well. But yeah, pumpkins, you got your apples and any sort of seasonal foods. Crystals, there's the smoky quartz and your onyx, your amethyst, obsidian, bloodstone, and yeah, that's it. Symbols, obviously jack-o'-lanterns, skeletons, your traditional witches on broomsticks, bats, one of my spirit animals, black cats, waning moon. And so the sort of activities, things that you could do, things that I think are really cool to do for Samhain is things like you could carve a jack-o'-lantern. I love to carve pumpkins. Literally, that is a tradition for me. Every Samhain in the evening, I would buy my pumpkin like a couple of days before, and I will save it and I will carve it on Samhain evening and watch Hocus Pocus while I'm carving it, and eat Halloween candy. And yeah, it's a whole big thing for me. So yeah, I would definitely recommend another activity of watching Hocus Pocus or Nightmare Before Christmas or Halloween Town or any of those sort of good. Goosebumps was the one I watched last year, the Goosebumps movie. That was a cool one for Samhain. So any of that sort of stuff's fun to do. You can make a bezoom. For those who don't know what a bezoom is, it is a witch's broom, so you can make one of those. That would be cool. You could create an altar, like a dedication to your ancestors and relatives that passed that are no longer here. So on that same vein, you could set up a dumb supper, and a dumb supper is where you you spend your time obviously creating your dinner, and you set a place or extra places for people, like relatives that are no longer with you, and you sit there and you eat in silence. You don't talk, you're eating in silence, you're contemplating, you're sort of thinking back like memories of your loved ones, and you're sort of like just sort of contemplating and, you know, like reflecting on things and things like that. So I think that's always a really nice way to honor sort of relatives that aren't here anymore. You could also have a bonfire with friends, like that's a cool one as well. You could go trick-or-treating, like why not? You could bake soul cakes, and you could also leave offerings on your altar. You could do divination, is obviously Samhain, like Beltane, the other half of the year. The veil is at thinnest point in these 2 times of the year, so people, or like witches, often find that at this time that it's easier to sort of commune, to sort of either commune with the dead or get sort of get reflections and things like that. Like I find if I do tarot readings or look at my runes or pendulum at that time of year, I do find a lot easier to sort of get answers and things like that. So that's also a good one. And I think I ran through everything that I wanted to run through, like super quick. Oh yeah, Bob for apples. That is always a fun thing to do. I think I've gone through everything that I wanted to go through. But yeah, I just love Samhain, and it's just a fun, magical time. And yeah, and I think it's all about sort of making that day yours, like making it whatever you want to make it, like however you feel comfortable and happy observing it. And I even if that's something like taking your kids trick-or-treating or whatever, like, and just sort of incorporating all the sort of fun, more sort of commercialized activities into your path. Like I know some witches would frown upon it, but I personally love Halloween, and I love to incorporate Halloween with my path, with Samhain. And also as well, because Halloween is such a big commercialized thing, like especially not so much here but especially in America, like in stores and stuff. I mean, you have Halloween, you have the spirit stores, they're awesome. But in your supermarkets and stuff, this whole aisle is full of Halloween decorations and stuff, and they're perfect like for your altar and things. Like you can get like leaves and plastic pumpkins and skeletons and witches and all different sort of things. You get paper chains, lanterns. Like going in there is like good inspiration if you're not sure how to decorate your altar for the Sabbat. You can I like to stock up and all that sort of stuff, and the beauty of it is because it's all fake, if that makes sense. Like it's not real, it's not going to disintegrate and ruin. Like you can pack that stuff away and use it next year and keep getting use out of it, and you could literally just decorate your whole house like that. It's just fun. Like I love it. And yeah, so again, I ramble, I swear I say that every video, but I do. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it's given you some inspiration of different things and activities that you can do for Samhain. And I would love to know how you personally celebrate Samhain, like what you like to do. And yeah, so I will see you very soon in my next video. Blessed be.